What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Duran, and we're here to talk more Celtics basketball as the Boston Celtics fall 106-110 to the San Antonio Spurs. And man, just a deflating game. Defensively, the defense this year has just not been good enough. And when you're talking about the guys that we have, Marcus Smart, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, these are guys that we depend on to make stops. These are the guys we depend on to make turnovers, and they're just not doing it this year. They have just been bad defensively overall as a team. The Spurs came in here and pretty much did whatever they wanted. They did whatever they wanted. The defense this year just hasn't been consistent enough. It just hasn't. It hasn't been consistent enough. I don't know what's going on. I think, just coming from a short layup, we didn't really have an off season. We didn't really have a training camp. But to come into the season looking like this, it's just not good. It is. It's not. It's not. And let's just go down the list of the starters. Marcus Smart, solid game. One thing I want to say, I never want Marcus Smart taking a game-tying shot, the game-winning shot. I don't care if he was open. I don't care if it was a good look. Jason Tatum should have pulled up and shot the ball. You're the best player on the team. That's who I want taking the last shot. I don't care if it was a good look. I honestly don't. Because when you look at the flu game shot with Michael Jordan, who else isn't in that picture? It's Scottie Pippen sitting in the corner with his hands up, asking for a catch because he wasn't passing the ball. He was just going to shoot it himself. And that's what you want. I wanted Jason Tatum to take that shot, and he just did. He passed to Marcus Smart, and he airmailed it, to say the least. He airmailed it. But Marcus Smart defensively just has not been that good. I mean, he hasn't really been that good since the Miami Heat series. I mean, the Miami Heat playoffs, he got worked in that playoffs, and he didn't look good this season overall, in my opinion. It's just a down year defensively for Marcus Smart, in my opinion, and we just have to pick it up. Jaylen Brown, Keldon Johnson kind of had his way with him. He did. I have heard about Keldon Johnson. I have never watched a Keldon Johnson game until today, and he worked Jaylen Brown. DeMar DeRozan had their way with Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, and Marcus Smart. Keldon Johnson did what he wanted. Lonnie Walker did what he wanted. These guys came in and did what they wanted today. There was no resistance on defense, and it's disappointing. And Jason Tatum, an egregious game, a horrendous game by Jason Tatum. Oh my God, going into the fourth quarter with 15 points, it's unacceptable. But that first half, the end of the first half, when he inbounded the ball, it gets stolen by 5'8" Patty Mills, who scored. And then he inbounds the ball again, and it gets stolen again before the second half. And this is all within about 10 or 8 seconds left on the clock that he did all this. Horrible. Egregious. You cannot do that. And you outside of the turnovers, you can't just not score. You can't just mail it in and not score. The Celtics, they came into this game and thought they were going to roll over to win. The only reason the Celtics were in this game is because of talent. That's it. They are a vastly more talented team than the San Antonio Spurs. And they fell asleep on this team and tried to sleepwalk to a win, and they didn't. That was the only reason they were in this game, is because of the huge talent gap between the Boston Celtics and the San Antonio Spurs, because the Spurs played with way more effort, way more hustle, and way more giddiness. They wanted this way more than the Boston Celtics. If anyone watches this game could tell that just by the body language. And also, an underrated story, Daniel Tice got yanked. No one talks about that. No one's talking about it. Daniel Tice got yanked. He only played 12 minutes, and he started. Tristan Thompson came in and played most of the minutes. And I said this before the game. I would have started Tristan Thompson because somebody's got to play defense. Somebody's got to play defense. If Daniel Tice isn't going to play defense, he can sit on the bench. He can sit between with Grant Williams and all them and Javonte Green. He can go on the bench. If you don't want to play defense, you're not going to be out there. Tristan Thompson should start Friday against LA. And that's just the end of it. He should start Friday against LA. I don't want to see any more Daniel Tice things until he starts playing defense. That's just horrible. He was awful this game. Awful defensively. Let's move on. The bench guys were solid, I guess. Javonte Green was okay. Rob Williams was okay. Semi Ojeleye was pretty good. And then that was it. Everyone else, Grant Williams was garbage. Grant Williams was horrible. I'd rather he log DMPs at this point. Trade Grant Williams. He has not been good this year, and it's just disappointing. Trade Grant Williams and find a deal. Jeff Teague has been awful as of late. Awful. garbage. He's giving up points. He has a side deal with the other team. I think he's wearing other teams' jerseys underneath his jerseys. He has been hellaciously terrible on defense, and that is why his minutes has shrunk. That is why I want Peyton Pritchard to come back desperately, because Jeff Teague is just not good enough. He just isn't good enough. We need to be working on replacing him. It's just not good enough, man. And then look, let's talk about Kemba Walker and his lack of impact. And people think I'm just gonna let him off the whatever, because Kemba Walker just got back. These are his, like, first couple of games back in the season. We should all take it easy. No, we paid Kemba Walker all this money, not for 14 points, buddy. That's not what we paid him for. And he came here and got locked up by DeJounte Murray. He got locked up, handcuffs, 20 years to life. Throw away the key. He got locked up by DeJounte Murray. I don't care what those 14 points say. He got his pockets picked. He got taken advantage of. DeJounte Murray was on him like flies on shit. He got locked up today. Kemba Walker got put in a bag. He got put in a box. He got locked up. Put him in the car, take him away, 20 years to life type shit. He got locked up, handcuffs, straight handcuffs. That's what it was today. It's just not good. That's just not good enough. That's not good enough. I'm telling y'all, hey, this Kemba Walker thing is only gonna last so soon. At some point, he has got to make it more of an impact than this. At some point, he's got to make more of an impact than this. Last season, he did. But at some point, I got to see more. Because, playing for 27 minutes, I'm done with the minute restrictions. I'm done. I want to see more. And even in 27 minutes, I shouldn't just be getting 14 points out of you. I really shouldn't. In just 27 minutes, I should be getting way more out of him. Like I said, the team overall just sleptwalked this game. They did. They got sleptwalked this entire game. And they let 5'9" Patty Mills have his way with them. I have nothing left for the video. Nothing left for the video, you guys. Like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.